Ben Hur, the remake of the Charlton Heston movie from the 50s that nobody asked for. Is Ben Hur a good movie? No. So the Ben Hur from the 50s was 4 hours. It was an epic telling of this grandiose story that was just still enthralling today as it was back then. Like I said, it was 4 hours in length. The new Ben Hur halves that time to 2 hours, yet somehow still manages to feel as long as 4, which isn't an accomplishment. The tale set within this story is about two brothers, one a Jew called Ben Hur, another called Musala, an adopted Roman taken into this family. They grow up, they kind of squabble, they have good times, they have great times, they get separated. It's a Cain and Abel kind of story. They need to come together and sort their differences. And this movie's just boring. Right from the start, it's just uninteresting. It is directed by Timur Bekmambetov, who did the really good Night Watch, Day Watch. Wanted was brilliant. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter wasn't great, but it had a visual style and was interesting. When we come to this one, and he just seems to have gave up and went for the blandest looking movie that he could have. It doesn't seem to have a visual style, especially not the style that he's brought to his other movies, which was kind of a letdown. I like Tony Cable. I think he's a great actor. I thought he was brilliant in Dead Man's Shoes. He was really good in Rock and Roller. He was brilliant in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. But here he feels wasted, but he's still the best thing about the movie. Something that I wasn't really happy about was the sort of inclusion of this religious aspect of the movie. I know it's going to be part of the tale, but they really push it into the movie. And even after the climax of the movie, they have another climax with this religious aspect again. And it just feels as if they're forcing it onto you. It's not good. It feels shoehorned in, and it doesn't fit the rest of the story. There was things in here like character machinations that just don't make any sense. After Ben Hur's exile and he makes his way back to his hometown, he meets up with his wife who went into hiding, and he has a romantic liaison with her. But just before that, he's met up with Musala and attacked him. Then she says that he should forgive Musala, the man who caused such disruption in his family, had his sister and his mother murdered, tried to kill Ben Hur, had him exiled from his town, and pretty much just destroyed his life. Yet his wife knows all this, but just wants him to forgive him, and then goes in a huff with him because he'd already previously attacked him before he met her again. It just doesn't make sense. But by far the most baffling thing I've ever seen in my life is in the chariot race near the end. It gets to the climactic battle. The two brothers are fighting against each other. Ben Hur is been run ragged. He's hanging off his chariot. Musala comes up close to him. He raises a foot right above his neck, ready to slam him into the ground and defeat him and kill his brother once and for all. And then you don't really see what happens. It cuts to a wide shot and we just see a wooden chariot with horses explode. Now, I don't know if one of the petrol tanks in the horses went up or whatever, but this thing just launches into the air in a big action explosion type thing. And I was just like, hang on a minute. That makes absolutely zero sense. In fact, I thought I had lost a period of time. I thought I had missed something. When I asked my friend who was with me what happened, he was the same. He couldn't see anything that happened. The thing just exploded. It's full of wacky moments like that, full of these lifelong grudges that are just forgiven with a sentence, and it just seems like it wouldn't happen at all. I just didn't like it. Ben Hur was boring. If it wasn't for my friend being there and the fact that we just started ripping into the movie to get any entertainment out of it, I probably wouldn't have stayed through it all. It was that bad. It's just boring, uninteresting, with silly characters doing silly things. Yeesh. This thing. Overall, I found Ben Hur to be extremely lacklustre. I wasn't interested in any of the characters. I found their motivations to be downright ludicrous in some scenes. Some of the action is okay. When Ben Hur gets exiled, there's a nice sort of like boat sequence in that, but it's not fleshed out. You don't really see anything out with of the boat to see the grandeur of things, but it's okay. Tony Cable's pretty good, but still the rest of the actors aren't that great. Morgan Freeman's in this just to do a little bit of narration because it's Morgan Freeman doing narration, and he appears at one scene as well to I don't even know. I don't care. This movie's just boring. I don't care anything about it. I don't want to watch it again. It wasn't that interesting. It's 2 thumbs down. If I was to give it a score out of 5, I'm probably going to give it 1. It was really bad. It's going to be in the bottom of my list come the end of the year. It's not that good. So what did you think of Ben Hur? Leave a comment in the comment box below and let me know what you thought of it. And I'll see you next time on Man vs Film for hopefully a much better movie. Wouldn't be hard really though. So thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you notice on screen there is 2 more videos that you can click and watch. There is also a large subscribe button at the bottom of the screen if you would like to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.